Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're all about monsters today, and I am hoping that you enjoy this. We're going to go into the motivations of a monster, but before you is Esper's Emporium of Esoterica, which is full of all sorts of different things, but also has about half a book of monsters, and the Tome of Beasts too, which I also think is a it's a reasonable product put out by Kobold Press, full of monsters. But that's not what you're here for. You're here for me to give you some motivations for a monster. And that's what we're going to do. But we're not just going to do that. We're going to build more. After the presentation, I am going to work through with you and do a whole lot more. We're going to try to work our way to 100. God help us. Is that possible? There is a poll. Feel free to take part, grab some food, some drink, make sure you are comfortable. We're going to get started in a second. And yes, I suppose you could say the motivation for any creature is bacon, Fred Hubbard. So welcome, Fred. How are you doing? Okay, so I have a fair amount of stuff prepared for you today. I'm hoping that this will be useful for you, and we'll go from there. Well, let's be swift. Oh, man, drink of water. Hi, welcome to How to RPG. My name is Fred Weller and I talk about role-playing games here, and today we're going into monster motivations for your role-playing game. Exactly what you needed, right? And I thought it would be a good idea to go over about 20 different motivations for a monster, but that's not the limit. We can go far further than that. So let's start off with the first one. Aggressive. The monster only knows how to interact with violence. Bloodlust, number 2. The monster needs blood to sustain itself. Conquer. The monster wants to take control of a location and species within a region. Curse. The monster is trying to place a curse on another creature for whatever reason. Escape. The monster wants to break free of confinement or control in some way. Favor. The monster wants help or a promise of action from another creature. Fear. The monster is afraid of something or someone. Feed. The monster wants to eat because it's hungry. Following orders. The monster is just working for some other creature that's more powerful than it is. Injured. The monster is in great pain from a wound. Juvenile. The monster acts childish and can be manipulated in some way. Lair renovations. The monster wants to enlarge its den or its home or its lair. Lonely. The creature is seeking to be loved and accepted in some way. Lust. The monster loves, I say loves, or is infatuated with another creature. Monster followers. The monster wants to amass loyal minions or followers and potentially take it on a killing spree, but maybe it's something else it wants to do. But it's trying to amass followers. Moral obligation. The monster believes it's right to do whatever it's doing, and it's ethical and it's moral. Mutiny. The monster is trying to overthrow its boss or a kingdom that has a leader. Obsession. The creature is fixated on a particular object or concept. Paranoid. The monster is suspicious of everything and everyone. Parent. The monster is just protecting its babies. Partner captured. The monster is trying to escape, or should I say, help rescue its partner from captivity. Remove curse. The monster is cursed and it's currently in its form, the monster form that it has because of that curse, and it wants to remove that curse. Revenge. The monster wants to punish another creature for an unknown grievance, or maybe it's a known grievance. Reproduction. The monster is just trying to produce offspring, so it has babies. Self-defense. The monster is trying to protect itself from predators and harm. Territorial. The monster is maintaining control. Pardon me. Territorial. The monster is trying to maintain control and power over an area of land. Trial. The monster is going through a rite of passage to become an adult. Treasure hunter. The monster is wanting to collect treasure such as gold, gems, or magic items. And lastly, unfinished business. The monster has a task that was not completed during its life, and it has trying to complete this task now that it's undead or dead. And those were the ideas that have been put forward by the community. We did this a little while ago. It was quite a good activity. I enjoyed it. I hope that this was useful to you in some way, and if it was, fantastic. So thank you to my patrons who support me on Patreon. Thank you for watching the video, and hey, till next time, keep rolling those 20s. Okay, all right. I've done my little presentation, and it was really short, people. For me, that is short. So let's go straight into chat, and hopefully I can hold it together long enough to get this done. I think we had, did I say revenge? I think I said revenge. Did I not say revenge? If I missed revenge, we'll put it in. The ultimate motivation, bacon. Makes me laugh. Okay, let me just maneuver some stuff out of the way so that I have space. For those of you who don't know, we have been working on a document to get as many different monstrous motivations as possible. We are actually sitting somewhere in the realm of about 40. Some are sort of half finished. Some I feel are not really monstrous in nature, and they're more sort of for a villain NPC. Oh, okay. Let's see if I can get it together. Okay. Oh. Right, let's go here. Let's share this document. That looks good. I think it's the right size. Let me check. It is magnified. Okay, and what I want to do is I would like to, share this. There's this dice giveaway that I've been doing. I'm going to promote this again, and then I want you to throw some ideas at me. Otherwise, I'm going to work my way through and try to fill out as many as I can. The idea being that eventually we have 100. I don't know if our 100 is possible. Is it possible to have 100 distinct and different motivations for a monster? Yeah, we definitely need more participation. Look, they'll show up. I'm sure they will. Just give them time. Most people now know that if I'm running these sorts of things, the first part may be something they've already seen before, and so they show up a little bit later. So that's not a problem. We'll get that sorted out. Okay, right. Now let's just share the screen. There it is. So we have plenty of time to work through this, people. Lots and lots. Almost the entire period of time that I've allocated is going to be available for today. I will grab my phone, make sure I can see what's going on in chat, and we will also be asking a question, because we always do. Come on. Here we go. How's it going? Prepare, cook, and survive. How are you doing? Painting zombies. You keep painting your zombies. The porcelain prince. All hail the mighty pig. Bring on the bacon. Nice one. Ah, dear. Ah, boy. That's pretty funny. Okay. So we have a few here that I was unsure what to do with, so I've kind of left a space between them, which is why it sort of stops at about 30. And I didn't really want to put in hostage. I felt like hostage was more like a villain NPC or a really intelligent monster rather than just a monster as such. So I've left that one off. I don't know if that's necessarily important to do or necessary, but as I want to be able to make 100 villain motivations, I would like to make that distinct from monster motivations. So they got to be a bit more primal. So let's just type this into chat. Hashtag. What are some primal? Is it primal? Primal monster motivations. And we'll put a question mark there. There it is. All right. Alpha, the monster dominates all creatures of its species to ensure it's the leader. Now, I had put that there because it was very primal. It's very much an animalistic thing. The only thing I can think about that is alpha. Define alpha. Maybe that'll help me pull that together. Will I feel differently about it? The first letter, no. No, that's not what I want. Alpha. What is the meaning of alpha? What is an alpha man? What is an example of an alpha? A dominant person or their behavior, especially with respect to society, aggressive, hypermasculine men. Right, okay, alpha. So they're referring to humans. Define animal alpha. Alpha animal. Let's try that. Alpha animal, because that's probably a better idea of what we want. Okay. Hierarchy sometimes dominated by an alpha. Males, females, or both can be alphas. Right, okay, so it's not necessarily male, but there is an alpha. There are things called an alpha male and probably an alpha female. Okay. The highest rank in a hierarchy. In a dominant hierarchy. Okay. Baboon experience to be great little stress. Okay, so let's see if we can just pull this together and then add that to our list, because I feel like alpha should be there. The monster wants to dominate its dominate its species hierarchy. Oh, here we go. I think that's got it. I think that's good enough. We'll put that in. Leader of the pack, yes. Decision maker. I've just put it down as alpha. Decision maker. Food, friend, Food, fear, friends. We've got food. We've got feed, fear. Do they want to be friends? A monster that wants to be friends. Fred, that's actually a good idea. I actually think that's not a bad idea at all. It's a very basic motivation, isn't it? Let's cut this. Alpha. It's got to be in here somewhere. We'll put it right there. Make sure I put it all in alphabetical order, otherwise it's going to get messed up. And we need to undo this. To that. Cool. Got it. Friend. Fear, friend. Friend. Friendship. Let's put it down as friendship, eh? The monster. Hello, Charles. How are you doing? Charles is a patron and supports me on Patreon. How are you doing? Primal motivation. Needing to migrate from one area to another. That's migration. Dude, nicely done. Okay, so I need to come back to this. Before I forget this one, because I want to finish this and I haven't, but I'm going to get yours down now before I lose it, which I will. Hello, Dungeons and Chronics. How are you doing today? Okay, migration. And we are basically putting in here. What are we putting in here? There's usually a reason for migration, so I need to look up migration. But migration's a really good idea. I love it. Friendship. Let's do this. Friendship. For those of you who are wondering what happened to the, I think is it the monster body parts table that we made and the monster special abilities 100 table that we made, I I will put them onto Patreon. I'm just going to be a bit slow about it, this, I suspect, okay? I was trying to figure out whether I could actually get the draft of the RPG done this month, or whether I needed to schedule another time to work on it, and I realised I didn't have any time. So they are coming, don't worry, they will go up onto Patreon. I'll see if I can get it done this month. If I can't, you will definitely see them in May. You'll definitely see them go up in May if you don't see them this month. Okay, friendship. The emotions are, or conduct of friends. State of being friends, okay. Okay, a relationship between friends. A state of mutual trust and support between allied nations. Okay, so this is... Okay, so that's I guess that says a lot. Friends. Let's do this. The monster wants... Okay. What an odd thing to put for a monster, right? The monster wants not a state. Getting rid of that. A relationship of mutual trust and support. There. Brilliant. Nice. Well, what else have we got here? Not PG-13. Okay. Decision maker. I'm not sure what decision maker... What does decision maker mean? Prepare, cook, and survive? You'll have to fill that out a little bit more for me. Decision maker? I think that was related to something else, wasn't it? I'm just going to put in the word decision maker because I'm not sure what that's related to. Maybe you're going to give me the rest of it later. Decision maker. No. Try again, Fred. Okay, decision maker. Okay, good. Follows the food supply. Yes. But not always. Migration can be for a few different things. You do not domesticate a cat, it trains you. Okay, all right. What else? Protecting your young. I think we had something like that already. Protecting young. Let me just see, but I'm pretty sure I read that out before. Reproduction just wants to produce offspring. That's what parent. The monster is protecting its babies. Or offspring. Okay, so I can assure you, Dungeons and Chronics, we've got the... I've just called it parent. I mean, one motive would definitely be total domination of an area or town or a city or even an area of the woods for something like that. Something that the monster wants to have total control. So I've got that down as conquer. So it's listed here as conquer. The monster wants to take control of a location and species. And conquer falls into sort of less monstrous motivations and more NPC villain motivations. So I'm hoping that some of these that are falling into that category can be plucked out and put into that chart when we make that table up rather than this table. But right now I'm not too concerned about it because if we think about a dragon potentially might operate this way. If you have some very powerful monsters such as an eye tyrant or a beholder or an aboleth or something like that, these are sort of the motivations they might have. Even a vampire. Conquest is definitely an aspect of it, so that's why I've left it. So it's covered. What do we got here? What have you written down? So Fred, decision maker, was referring to alpha trait. Oh, okay, all right, okay. So we won't worry about that because I think we've definitely got alpha sorted. I think decision maker we can take out. Let's see if I can throw some ideas at you and see if we can make them stick. I put down hostage. That was my idea. I look at it, I don't like it. So I've presented something that I don't like. Confused. The monster doesn't understand its environment and purpose. What do you guys think about that? I think that actually works a lot. Confused. I think I've nailed it down pretty well. Because you can have humans and other species, but animals, when they get confused, unable to think clearly. Okay. Lacking order and difficult to understand. So, confused, bewildered, think clearly. I think confused, the word confused covers most of it. Doesn't understand. I think that's it. So let's actually put that in, shall I? I did this. Did I do this last night? I can't remember. I know I did it somewhere. Okay, so this is cut, confused, goes under C, confused, should go right about there. Confused. Okay, cool. We've got some stuff coming in. Diseased. Think about rabid animals or animals that deal with mind-altering parasites. Diseased. Okay, so so Charles, I totally get what you're saying, and it's just about how to word it. It's just about how to word it in a brief sentence so that it is clear to people. Disease needs to be clear what's going on if it's diseased. Confused, diseased might be something else. Motivation. Diseased. So we need something around that. What has Fred got here before I forget it? Pure power. As in Conan, when the snake guy calls followers to jump just because of he can. So Fred Hubbard, I'm going to say something like that for the 100 villain NPC motivations. Okay. Whereas this is monster, I don't want to blur it too much if I can help it. So save that idea for another day. I'm just going to list pure power down the bottom here. That way, all of these ideas that we need to use for the villain stuff, we can use some other time. But not for this table as such. So it's not wasted. I had a good hard think about this. I was like, I've got to make sure I don't waste the ideas that you guys are throwing out there. So that's what I'm thinking. Pure power. Okay. Wants total domination. It's very similar. I mean, pure power that's really the same as conquest in terms of motivation anyway. Okay, cool. Following a religious edict, regardless of how illogical the command. Okay, so I guess we'll call it fanatic. Fanatic. Following. It's not really religious. Edict. Fanatic. Okay. Not really using that for monsters though, okay? Stay with the primal idea. Primal creatures. Think, think Hydra, Chimera, Centaur, what else? Harpy, yeah, that sort of stuff. Think that way. Think monster, not evil villain. Yeah, how to word it, but assume you'd figured out something. Yeah, well, I think I got something there. Hello, Stephen. How are you doing, Stephen? Came in late. Do you have something like possessed or driven by an evil influence? I'm thinking of the woodland beasts in Neverwinter 2. Okay, possessed. Possessed. Now, I don't have possessed, but is that the only one? Possessed, evil influence. Possessed. Possessed is not a bad idea. Do we have it though? We don't have possessed. Let's add possessed, shall we? We've got paranoid, possessed. Parent, partner captured, possessed. Oh, come on. Possessed. The monster is monsters. No, so this has to be monsters. Body and mind is controlled by an evil entity. Evil entity. It's not entity at all. Entity, yeah, thank you. All right. That's what you were after, Stephen A. Correct. Territorial. I've got down territorial. So Dungeons and Chronics, territorial is already listed as the monster is maintaining control and power over an area of land. We actually worked on these last time. So I kept all of those. Okay, so let's go back to diseased because I haven't filled out diseased yet. And I'm just trying to figure out how to set it up. Yes, when the table is finished, people, I will put it up on Patreon, of course. Right, diseased. Suffering from a viral or bacterial infection. Okay, so let's see. That's probably what we need to put in here. The monster is suffering from a bacterial or viral infection. Viral infection that changed its behavior. Is that right? Okay. Now I'm assuming that's what you were trying to communicate to me before, right? That we're having a disease, and that is what is affecting its behavior and its motivations. Is infected with infected. Okay, the monster is suffering from a bacterial or viral that changes its behavior. Okay, all right. I was trying to see if I can shorten it down, but probably not, I guess. That'll do. All right, good. Let's have a look at some of the other ones that we had here at the bottom that I had not sort of put in at this present time. I'm going to consider all of these sort of migration. Migration. Somebody had mentioned migration. We have to get migration figured out, don't we? Migration. Seasonal movement of an animal from one region to another. Okay. Moving from one part of something to another. So, okay, let's do this. I just need that little bit there. Come on. There. Thank you. We'll take that little piece there, and I can build on that. The monster is moving from one region to another for food or mating. Because that's usually the way you migrate, correct? So I think we've got migration sorted out. let's cut that. That goes under M. Migration, M-I-O, there, right there, in there. There it is, migration's done. How's it going, Joseph Murphy? How are you? Body snatch, body snatch needs new body or skin to stop decay or burnout. Body snatch. Ooh, oh, okay. For number 45. Oh, for number 45. Okay, well, what did I put down for number 45? We're actually not on number 45. We're actually more on number... We're on number 35. Let's get real. These are the unfinished ideas that I haven't decided what to do with just yet. These are the unfinished ideas. We're definitely not on 45. I didn't want to use blackmail or hostage because it just felt like it was less monstrous and more villain motivation stuff. You would like your your BFG. Okay, so right. So this is body snatch. So what would that be? Body snatcher. Body snatcher and the monster requires a new body before it's now number 42. Remembrance, the creature needs to tell stories. Needs a new skin or... Oh, I see. Ah. Okay, thank you, Joseph. I got lost there. I wasn't paying attention. So we got here. So we're really trying to fill that one out. I see. Okay. The new body, new skin or body. New skin or body before... it dies. Okay. Sweet. Well, that one's nailed down. That's a very monstrous idea. I feel like we will wind up with a lot of these having carry over to the next one I want to do. So body snatcher, body. Bodhi. Let's do that. Bodhi here. Okay, that's that one. Okay, it's done, Joseph. It's in. It's now number 4. It's gone from 42 to... All right. Took me a little while, but I'm glad that you stayed with it to make sure I didn't mess that one up or get confused. Well, I got confused, but at least we're back on track. Okay, so... Here's the other. Here's a couple of other things which I am not sold on. Remembrance. The creature needs others to tell stories about it. I'm still on the fence on this one. Magic munchies. The creature needs to consume magic to survive. Survive. So. What is it? There are some monsters that actually consume magic items, and they're there in Dungeons and Dragons specifically to stop people from having too many. Right? It's one of those catches. It's one of those checks and balances that a game master uses or a dungeon master uses. Magic munchies. Do I really want to do it though? Do I really want to put in a magic munchies in there? Tell me, people. Do you feel like magic munchies should be there? Because right now I'm not sure. I am not sure. The creature needs to consume magic energy to survive, reproduce, or reproduce, something like that. Why is suddenly my chat filled up with so many people? Did somebody send some people my way? Has somebody thrown a whole lot of people, or is it just suddenly I'm becoming popular? I didn't think I was. Memento. The monster wants a personal item from an intelligent creature. Memento. Dungeon digger. The creature seeks to build and uncover labyrinths and dungeons. I think, is it dungeon digger is it, do we want to call it dungeon digger or dungeon dweller? Because it feels very like the Minotaur. It feels like it's the Minotaur. But is the Minotaur uncovering them or building them? Building and uncover labyrinths and dungeons. Labyrinths. Labyrinths and mazes. Dungeons, maybe we'll just say mazes. Labyrinths and mazes. It's the same thing, isn't it? So these are 4 that I've highlighted. I'm not sure what I want to do with them. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got here. So I'm going to have a really quick think about this. For the life of me, I don't know. I almost feel like my chat is got stuck. It's because I've got stuck and everybody else has got stuck. Let's have a look at this poll. Do you give your monsters a specific motivation in your adventures? Yes, 44%. Sometimes 44%. No, 0%. Just watching. Okay, out of 9 votes. That's interesting. Okay. I am wondering what's the best way to do this. A little bit stuck, people. Give me a second. No, I don't know about this. Sheesh. Do we want to try to duplicate some of the stuff that you've seen in from monsters in previous incantations? When you look at the different mythology behind monsters, or Pathfinder, or Dungeons and Dragons, the hat's going off. It's getting too hot. Is there something that sort of stands out as a cool idea? I'm just wondering if there is something that would look that way. Do animals, beasts, and creatures have the desire to eliminate or scrub out? Oh, okay. I know. Does anybody know very much about the rhino? Because the rhino's got this strange tendency to... It wants to put out fires. That's one of its big motivations for the rhino. If it sees a fire, it will run to it and stamp it out. It's like the African fireman or firewoman or fireperson or whatever. So that actually... Let's put this one down. I don't know what you would call it, though. What do you call that? So this is going to be odd. The monster hates fire and seeks... Because what you could do is, if you have a monster that hates fire, you can have it run into the player character's camp and stamp out the fire and then run away again. Okay, I'm thinking. Hates fire and seeks to stamp out all flames in the environment. What would you call it, though? That's the thing. So Joseph, I think we've got Magic Munchies there already. I think Magic Munchies kind of does that. I can just add in consume magic energy. So there, it seems to me like you want it in. Entertainment. So, yes. What's another word for... Let's do this again. Fireman Thesaurus. Is there something else we can call it? I don't want to call it fireman. That would be just A bit too on the nose. Engine man, ladder man, smoke jumper. I like smoke jumper. Smoke jumper. I'm not familiar with the term smoke jumper. Is smoke jumper referring to somebody who works in forestry and puts out fires in a forest region? Is that a smoke jumper? Maybe we put that down as smoke jumper. The monster hates fire. And not seeks and stamps out all flames in the environment. Okay. Alright, so I got that one down. Geesh, it took me a little while to get it sorted out. Alright, so this is interesting. What have you got here, people? Fun. Just want to have fun. So entertainment. Fun. The monster wants to be entertained. Entertained. A specific way. All right, I've got that down. It's in the pipe. Charles, could a monster receive a primal motivation from a deity? In mythology, some deities send animals to do their dirty work. Yes, they do. I am not familiar with what you're trying to say here, Fred. Yeah, I suppose they could. What it would be, it would. I think that actually is already there. So what have we got? We've got what is it? Following orders. The monster works for a more powerful creature. I put creature, but I suppose it could be something else. I'll just add a god or deity. How's that? Deity. Okay. That covers it now. It's done. That was easy. Okay, so this word here I don't recognize. Pyro. Oh, that's right, Fred. You're familiar with this sort of field, aren't you? I forgot about that. So this is. I've never seen this word before. This is so new to me. What does that actually refer to? Copy. Let's see. Well, we've got migration sorted. But Fred's little new word here that I don't recognize. Promise. It doesn't know what that is. Is it spelt wrong or have I got it right? Fire hater. Pyromysicate. Define. Fire hater. Why is it saying promise? I put it in. No. Instead for promissicate. That's what I want. Has no idea. No idea. The odd knowledge. I believe you are, Fred. Yeah, okay, so... okay. Parachutes into a fire. Okay, I see. Smoke jumper. Tough folks, they are. Okay, so that's... Well, let's put in smoke jumper for now until I can figure something else out. Because I don't want to put in there... Promissicate. I mean, I struggle to... I can't find it. It doesn't know what the word is. If I take out define, will it help? A device for a content measure. No. Oh, there's definitely limits to YouTube and Google, aren't there? All right, well, that's good to know. Slightly helpful, I guess. Evil, the monster attacks and inflicts pain simply because it enjoys it. Oh, I see. Evil. Actually, we don't have that, do we? We don't have that. I mean, I can't say that that makes no sense at all. I think that does make sense. So we have under evil. Do we have evil? We don't. Let's make a space for it. Evil. I'm going to pull it straight out of the chat because phobia is evil. There. Copy. And we'll chuck it over here. All right. I won't do that too often, people. I know that throws everything out. Evil. The monster attacks and inflicts pain simply because it enjoys it. Well, that was nice and simple. Deity. How did I manage to spell that wrong? Easy. One of my weakest aspects of writing is spelling, by the way, people. Even in my own language. Even in... the fact that I'm doing this now just makes me just laugh. Ah, dear. Okay. Auto error, yeah. Cooks. Phobias. The monster has a fear of something or someone. I think we had... I don't call it phobia, but I think we had that already. Oh, I see. It's a word that's been created. I see. All right. So we had fear already. Fear. The monster is afraid of something or someone. I didn't call it phobia. I just called it fear. So that was where my head was at when I put that together. All right. Okay. So let's keep moving. Oh, we have monsters that sometimes are like plants, right? What about if all it wants is mulch? I think we have feed. I think feed is sort of the plant wants to eat because it's hungry. God, I feel. Oh, let's see how this looks. If I write it out, what would it look like? Would it just look ridiculous? It may well just look ridiculous. Mulch me. Mulch me, please. Plant monsters. Here we go. Okay. Mulch. This is going to be so weird. I can see it now. I'm putting it over here in the... I don't know if it's a good idea. Mulch me. God. Yeah, okay. I'm throwing it out there. You tell me if fear the weed whacker. All right. Okay, so let's take Magic Munchies. I think Magic Munchies is in its current form is going to do what it needs to do. It's definitely not something that players particularly are fond of, but let's put it on Magic Munchies. And it'll be under Lust. Paste. Magic Munchies is in. And Remembrance, Dungeon Digger, build, da. I guess. Let's add a little bit more in here. And caves. Dungeon Digger. Alright, let's do that one. let's put this in here. And D, cut dungeon. Cut dungeon, dungeon, dungeon. Right there. Dear. All right. Memento that wants a personal item from an intelligent creature. I don't know. Remembrance, creature needs others to tell stories. I'm still not sold on these. Maybe I need more time to think about it. Just wants to fun. The monster wants to be entertained in a specific way. Ooh, do I have that there? What about bored? Would bored do anything? Let's just put down fun for now. Fun, cut that, and we'll put fun in. If fun, you friend fun. Paste. Oh, it's coming along. Fanatic, here, I'll leave that one alone for now. Bored. I don't know about bored. Out of the bacon. You went into the... What do you got here, Stephen? Habitat destruction or encroachment. Yeah, so I kind of partly understand what you're thinking about here. Feed the weed whacker. Trents dislike lumberjacks. Yes, they do. Okay, I'm just going to put another keyword in here. I don't know if I'm going to do anything with it though. We'll come back to this. All right, so it sounds to me like people do want to look at things that are monsters that are plants. So maybe we will do this. So what are we going to call this? Encroachment or encroachment? Habitat destruction or encroachment? Do you know, if anything, I would just got to put environmental warrior. I can't think of any, or environmental activist. to call a monster motivation environmental activist, there's a part of me, because I believe in protecting our environment, but there's a part of me that just feels like it's a bit of a piss take as well. Environmental activist. Okay. I'm putting it down. Environmental activist. We'll write that up in a second. Bored, entertainment, two sides of the same coin. Yes, I was thinking that too. Bored, and so that means what we really need to do is under fun, what we'll do is the monster wants to be entertained in a specific way because it's bored. Bored. There we go. That's the end of that one. And we can get rid of this. Bored. Because that's really about the same thing, isn't it? Homeless. Homeless is a good idea. Homeless. What can we do with homeless? The monster is searching for a new home because it lost. Try it again. Lost. It's current one, like that. That's pretty clear, eh? It's a good idea. I like it. And Stephen removed it. Evicted from a home. Humans destroying home. Oh, I see. Oh, you're thinking homeless as in that. Okay. Well, that kind of just... It's still a good idea, and I think that covers everything under the sun now. Homeless. The monster is searching for a new home because it lost its current one. I think that's... Let's just keep that. Is there anything wrong with that? We don't have to narrow it down too much. I guess narrowing it down means we can get more done, but do we need to actually get... Do we actually need to get more done? H-F-G-H-I homeless. Let's put it here. Homeless. Because, you know, whether it's a dragon or a bear or whatever, and it no longer has its home because it's lost its current one for whatever reason. It may cave in, collapse in caves, whatever. Somebody else moved in, you know. Bear gets kicked out and the dragon moves in. I feel like homeless fits a lot of stuff, so let's keep that. I'm serious about trying to get to 100, but I also realise that it's very easy to wind up duplicating ourselves way too much. So maybe, and Fred's already pointed out that I try to duplicate stuff with the board and the fun one. So let's avoid trying to duplicate if we can. If we can tie something into the same thing, we can get more out of it. Who knows? Maybe we'll get there, maybe we won't. Wants to recover a stolen trinket. Ancient dragon, hello, how are you? Right, so wants to recover a stolen trinket. So what do we call... We've got to give it a tag name, though. Do I have anything like that? I don't think I do. The monster... Oh, come on. Monster wants to recover a stolen trinket or item. So this is kind of like... It's not quite like this. But I guess you would say this might fall into somebody stealing from a dragon. There is a lot around the mythology of the banshee. In the banshee, there's a comb. There's often, if you find a comb on the ground, it belongs to the banshee. And the banshee isn't necessarily putting it on the road deliberately. They may have lost the comb, and the idea is you never pick up the comb, because as the banshee goes searching for the comb because it's lost, it will eventually find the comb, so you never take the banshee's comb from the road. So that it's an Irish mythology or folklore, but it's actually a really good idea. It's just how to structure it, or item. And it is a very monstrous sort of thing. So it's a good idea. We just got to put it into it. We just got to give it a tag name. Yeah. So yeah, I still like the idea, Stephen. So it's staying. It's just been expanded. I decided the Green Dragon and Lost Mine of Fandalva was looking for a lair, which it should be. Lost Mine of Fandalva, Venom Fang should be looking for a lair. Okay. Full of tasty goblins. Yeah, right. Yeah, I know which cave you're talking about too. All right. So what else we got here? So, well. Okay, so what would monsters want? Magical. What about the monster wants magical water from a fey spring. spring. I'm not really too sure about this, but let's have a look. Let's delve into that a bit more. Why the heck would you want that in the first place? To help it grow. I feel like that's probably what it feels like. It's a plant request. Fey. Define fey. Right, giving an impression of vague, otherworldly, or mystery. Having a supernatural powers. Really? Meaning a fey slang. So, no difference between fey and fey. Really? There is a difference. All right. Okay, so Feywild refers to plane of, it's also known as the plane of fairies. Feywild, plane of fairies, but that's very D&D. What was the original plane of fairies? What was the plane of fairies? Come on, Fred. Fairies. Plane of fairies. All right, okay. Fairy. Let's go fairy. All right, so we'll get it. I'm going to get this. Don't you worry. It's I'm not backing down on this one. Here, fairy. No. Magical creature. Defined fairy. Bridge dictionary fairy. Wikipedia. Fairy. There we go. Let's try this. Oh god, that's really small. But anyway, let's have a look. Will my eyes be able to see anything there? You doubt you can. Fairy, type of mythical, legendary creature, folklore, sprite, spirit. Where are they from? Does anybody know, is the word fey a D&D term? Is it, or is it something else? The realm of the fays. Okay, here we go. English fairy derives from early modern English fairy, meaning the realm of the fays, which is Fays. Interesting. So there is a term for this. Fairy was used to represent the illusion of enchantment. Fairy became modern English fey. Okay, so actually Fay, fey is not related to the Germanic Fey. Okay, so this is all right. Fated to die. Yet the unrelated terminology has been influenced by Old French as well. Oh, okay. Fey. All right. Well, we've got it. I think I've nailed that one down. The monster wants magical water from a spring. From a spring in the plane of Fey. In the, let's do world of the Fey. F-A there, Fey. Okay, so I think I got that right. I don't know what I tag it as. I have no idea. Oh, okay. Thank you, Prepare, Cook and Survive. For the mulch, rampant plant growth. The mulch one. I think about, all right, Mass Effect. I'm going to put it down as plant growth. Let's put it down as plant growth. The mulch one, which is, let's not get, let's get real. It is, it's plant growth. The plant monster wants let's do this. This is gonna be funny. Let's put in what are all the bits and pieces that make up mulch? And fertilizer, yes, mulch, fertilizer, fertilizer. No, that's not right. No, I'm not American. Fertilizer and Fey realm. Okay. Okay, the monster wants magical water from a spring in the realm of the Fae. I think that's probably better. There we go. Got it. I just need a tag name for it. So, back to plant growth. Plant wants to fertilizer. Let's go back to where I was. Mulch. What is mulch? What is mulch? Decaying leaves. Oh, compost. It's compost basically. Compost. Mulch. Compost. Compost. Decaying matter. Okay, plant growth. The plant monster wants mulch, fertilizer, compost, and decaying matter. Okay, all right. Oh, took us a little while there. My nose is going. I'm going to have to open this door in a second. And it's top of the hour, so I probably should be taking a break. P. Where are we? Plant growth. It'll be just between here, won't it? Paste. Right. Here's another one. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. Right. What have I fallen behind on here, people? Julius, hello. Hello, Julius. I only just spotted your comment right now. Revenge for the death of former master. I think I had revenge. Honestly, I'm pretty sure revenge came up last time we did this. There, revenge. The monster wants to punish another creature for an unknown grievance. So whether it's, I mean, I've put in here unknown grievance for a grievance. It could be a known grievance, but we've got revenge sorted out. So you were wondering if we had it there. It's done. We've got it down, sorted. Mulch. Jeez. What else have we got here? For the mulch, rampant growth. Yeah, I've got that down. Okay, so I've caught up. Ah, dear. Lost the precious. Right, so I should take a break, but I'm just trying to think, what is a good way of getting you to fill out some stuff? I want a tag name for the monster wanting magical water from a spring in the Fae, in the realm of the Fae. That would be nice. If we could grab something like that, that'd be awesome. If somebody can come up with a tag name, awesome. What else have we got here? The environmental activist. I still haven't figured out what to put down there, but I like the idea. It just makes me laugh a little bit. That's all. And bully, blackmail. I don't know about the double cross. I don't think it's not really a monster thing, is it? I feel like it's more a villain, NPC villain. These are sort of my outlying things. We need to know what the monster wants to recover a stolen trinket or item. What is that going to be a tag name? What tag name do we put for that? So I know where to put it. That's going to be an interesting one. Hello, Brian. How's it going, Brian Murray? I have a monster who is trying to regain control of a dying marsh swampland, which has been overtaken by unknown magical entity. So that's... I think we've got a couple of things that fall into that. It kind of falls into kind of environmental activist, but we've got a bunch of them. We've got one under conquest. We've got one under territorial. I think we've got territorial as well. The monster is maintaining control and power over an area of land. So it's not anything else, it's just that land rather than other creatures or species or anything like that. So, yeah, okay, all right. So I'm going to throw my link up for this dice giveaway one more time. Well, not one more time, but I'm going to throw it up now, and then I'm going to go take a break and come back, have a think. Those of you who want to will work on whatever you need to work on. Throw out your ideas by all means. So, hashtag, what additional ideas do you have for let's what about an ooze? What the heck does an ooze want? Or a, this is going to be interesting. For an ooze, oh, I just realized demons and devils probably fall under this. So we haven't said anything about soul seeker, like wanting your soul, which is a pretty horrible thing to be after. Ooze or demon. Okay, let's put that one down. We'll see how you go with that. I'm going to take my quick break, come back, we will continue working. All right, 5 minutes or less. And we come. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Most oozes just need food too. It's not a hard one. Right, let's do this. Come back to here. For those of you who haven't figured it out, if you haven't joined the dice giveaway, go join the dice giveaway. You might as well. Okay, free. It's free. It's a giveaway, and free shipping anywhere in the world if you win. So, not bad, not bad. Okay, let's have a look. I might go with a lozenge just to keep myself going. What do people have as ideas here? We had smoke jumper. How did we wind up with smoke jumper there? I don't know. Let's go cut. Yes, smoke goes here. Got it. So next one, Soul Seeker. The monster is collecting souls to trade or feed on. That's pretty horrible. Okay. But that's another one. Let's do this one here. That definitely covers your demons and devils pretty nicely. Cut. Soul Seeker. Soul. Where are you? S. Should be going right about here. Okay, right. What have people got down here in chat? Getting some wood in for DC can feel myself nodding off. Not a problem. If you need to go sleep, you go get some sleep, eh? Good night. Most users just want food. We already covered that. Need the additional moisture from its target. Moisture. Right. They just need fluid, don't they? I don't think that's going to even be even remotely that interesting. I've sent you off on a track and a trail that just doesn't lead anywhere, unfortunately. So for those of you who are wondering what I'm doing here, look, the idea of monster motivations, when you go looking for monster motivations on the internet, nothing. If you look in Game Master books or Dungeon Master books, find nothing. But this book here, and I know it's Wizards of the Coast, okay? This book here actually has a page that is, it's a nice idea, but it was poorly executed. I'm going to say it now. Poorly executed. So I'm looking under desired offerings for an ooze. And none of this sort of remotely seems that great. So let's not, I'm not going to point you in the direction of something. Okay, so we'll go hashtag. Just any basic animal, beast, or monster need or want as a motivation. I think that's, yeah, I've sent you off on a trail that doesn't lead anywhere. So don't worry about it. I just forget it. We've got a few things to work on there anyway. Okay. Demons are chaotic and destructive. Entertainment because they are harm. Yes. Pranksters. Yes. Yep. Demons trying to move up in rank. We have alpha. That kind of fills that role, I think. Nah, you don't have to worry about it. I think I actually made it more difficult by putting in that prompt. The Tide Ponds challenge would have entertained a demon. I guess so. Needs eyes to see. Oh god. Like a challenge. Okay, so challenge. I don't want to call it challenge, but But that's actually it's not a bad idea, Fred. I think I think there's got some merit in here. Let's see if I can figure this one out. I can write it, but I don't know what to tag it as. The monster wants a challenge to test its survival skills. Is this kind of what we're talking about? Challenge to test its survival skills under pressure. I think that's what you were trying to communicate there. Yes? No? That's the only thing I can think of with regard to that. And what about this? The monster. Put down a creature this time. The creature is trying to clear what's the word? There is a word for it. Okay, let's start off with this. Vegetation. That's not what I want to put down though. Test or demonstrate. I got the word test in there. Oh, test. Oh, I see. Demonstrate or test. Once a challenge to test. That's a good tag name. Thanks, Fred. That got it. We got that one nailed. Let's put this in here. Test. The monster wants a challenge to test its survival skills under pressure. Sweet. There's another one. Coming along slowly but surely. One of the good things about doing the monster workshops is we usually get a lot of stuff done on monsters. There's been quite a good progression recently. Right. The monster's going through a rite of passage. To become an adult. I think that's what it needs to say there, because trial and test wind up looking very similar otherwise. They are very similar, and they're right next to each other. Okay, all right. Hello, Buried Axe. How are you doing? It's nice to see you, Buried Axe. What do you got here? Greetings. Before you ask how I'm doing, okay, I'm half blind from mowing in the wind today. Oh dear. So you've got grass in your eyes? All the grass in my eyes. No blind, half blurry. So it's not blind but half blurry. You're well fed and feeling great. Well, okay. So feel free to just hang out and watch, because it seems like you've done your dash. It seems like you've done your dash. All good. We'll leave it at that. Oh. Oh, what about this? The creature needs help. Do we have something like this? Need help? Driving off a rival species, rival monster, or predator. Maybe that's what's going on here. What do people think of that one? I'm not too sure. Favor, help, we call it rival. Help, rival, help, rival. I don't know. That I'll put down. Okay, we got something else down. Is this limited to demons? No, it's not. It's not limited to demons and devils. Okay, so, all right. So now I've just confused you all. Hashtag. Any monster motivations. Okay, any monster motivations. Oh, come on. Any type of monster. Okay, there we go. That hopefully that clears it up. Have driven several species to near extinction in Texas. Really? Ants have done that. Man, don't mess with the ants. Okay, so we've got that one down. Not necessarily in the form that I want, but it's a good start. Oh God. Mate. I'm it's got to be mate. Why have I got mates down here? I've got it's I don't know. I don't know if this is a good idea, but let's put down mate. The monster is searching for a mate to mate. So we're mate to reproduce with. I don't know. What do people think? Acceptable? Unacceptable? On the wrong track? Have we already done it before? Hi, Pale Rider. How are you doing? You just got here, so I'm sure I'll repeat things. No, that's not a problem. You can repeat stuff because I've got it in alphabetical order mostly, so I can actually figure this all out. Food, done food. Protection, I'm pretty sure I've done that, and I've done that one as well. Propagate. Okay, acquiring slave labor. I think that's less monster and more villainous NPC motivations. We'll save that for another day. Slave labor. I knew. Propagate. So maybe it's not mate, but propagate. Propagate. Now we had reproduce. Is it too close to reproduce? Mate and reproduce. The monster is trying to produce offspring. Okay, so I actually need to, I have to separate it. So what I need to do is, the monster is searching for a mate. Mate of its species. There we go. So that separates it from reproducing. It's just looking for a mate. Okay, that's an easy cheat, and I think we can nail that one down. Mate. Although it's very tempting to write the word date. Instead of mate, I could put it down as date. It wants to go dating. Fred, monsters don't go dating. They look for mates. Okay. Cut. Let's just put it at the mate. Where are you? Probably right about there. Dear Fred, your comment actually helped me sort of pull that apart, because I was thinking, I kind of have already done that. Am I reproducing? But now I haven't. Now we're seeking a mate. Mate. Dear. Oh, some ants heard aphids. I think procreation. Yeah, procreate. So I think that is already, yeah, it's under reproduce. I put it under reproduce. We've got territorial already, and I'm pretty sure we have got protection. Or I think I called it self-defense. 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 The monster is trying to protect itself from predators and harm. So we've got that as well. Okay, cool. All right. Still working, and still plenty of time to work on this. Oh, okay. I'm not going to get them all down, but that's all right. Come back next week and smash out a bit more. Could mean it looks to others it's into its own kind, clones, I suppose. Okay. Species like the alien from the movie. For victims to yeah, so, okay, so what you're suggesting, do we need to do a separate one if we've got reproduce? The monster is trying to reproduce, to produce offspring. I think that's very broadly covers everything. We would be probably duplicating ourselves mostly by doing something else like propagate. I think that's done. But I agree that some species lay eggs inside something else so that they can produce its young, and its young will eat the body that it's laid in. No, just it's got an injury. What about something stuck in the creature's teeth or something like that? Is that a motivation? Can we use that as a motivation in some way? Okay, so the monster needs a, I don't know, sharp object removed from its jaw. Okay, the monster needs a sharp object stuck in its jaw removed. What the heck would you call that? I don't even know if that's a good idea. Personal farms and fame and glory. Fame and glory for monsters. We're going to leave fame and glory for our villain NPCs. We'll leave that for fame and glory for NPCs. I think I'm going to consider things like hostage and blackmail, double cross. They're kind of like big NPC things. So I'm not going to put them under the monsters' motivations. So you don't have to worry. We will do a villain's motivations at some point. Let's just stick with the more primal stuff, I guess. It still has not helped us in the slightest, because we kind of wind up blurring the line a lot. To end all life. That is very much a BFG thing. End all life. We've got something called... So you actually, what you were saying here, Pale Rider, is actually very primal, and although it would fall potentially under a major villain, you're talking about a monster. You're really talking about undead, aren't you? So what's a good thing for ending all life? The monster wants to end all life forms. life forms. Because why does it want to end all life forms though? Why do you want to do that? There's got to be something attached to this. And saying because it's evil is kind of, it's not enough. Do you know what I mean? We've already got evil. We've already got something that says evil as our motive. So why does it want to end all life forms? Because it's jealous. I don't know, jealous. I guess this is this the zombie skeleton sort of thing? It's not even that, is it? It's something else again. I almost feel it falls into the realm of the poltergeist and the banshee, because there's a lot of jealousy when it comes to the poltergeist, the ghost, and the banshee. Although the poltergeist and the banshee will probably be the most jealous undead or incorporeal or spirit-like monsters, because it's jealous, I guess. I don't know. We're going to put it down. Or a Tarrasque. Galactus. It must eat. Hi, the Joe. RF, how are you? Obliterate others unlike me. What? Pain relief from an injury, disease, or parasite. So I think we had something like that, Fred. I'm pretty sure we had one like that. I think it was under injured. And what did I write right under injured? I injured. The monster is in great pain from a wound. And needs pain relieved. Wound. Pain from a wound. And I don't know, requires pain relief. Is that? I guess that's it. Injured. Something like that. Does that sound about right? Something stuck in the teeth was a good enough motivation for Dragonheart. Yes, exactly, Charles. I did spot your comment, so yes, that's where it was part of what was floating through my head. But okay, so we've got that one down. So for those of you who are wondering how far we got through here, we actually got quite a long way. There's a lot here that are sort of unfinished. I don't know what to do with them. But yes, we have got quite a way. If you go with eating, yeah, it might well be. 14, eating. 14 is eating. Yeah, 14 is feed. The monster wants to eat because it's hungry. Yeah, that's pretty simple. Okay, so what do you got here? Maybe it's dominate or charm in some way. So I'm bored with primal. Yeah, go with the primal stuff. Go with the primal sort of animal, monstrous, beastie sort of concepts. We won't get too intellectual about this. It's a lot harder than I thought it would be. This is actually very difficult. C63. Yeah, 63. So what is 63 going to be called though? Did you give me a name and I've missed it? Oh, I see. I've messed it up. Pain relief. That's what you were trying to say. Sorry, Fred. Pain relief. The monster needs a sharp object stuck in its jaw removed. Pain relief. Now I get it. I was looking in the wrong place, wasn't I? All right, pulling that out. P, cut. Under P. Pain should probably be about here. Bam. All right. We've got it in there. So I go back to injured, and I really didn't need to go into all that detail. pain from wound. That's all it needed to be. Okay. Is in great pain from a wound. Okay, so that's good. We're doing all right. It can't find a mate. I've actually put down mate already. We've already got it. It's done. I put it under, I think it was M for mate. The monster is searching for a mate of its species. Ta-da. Well, it might not necessarily stop destroying things. It may not have even been destroying things in the first place, but it's a motive. It just has to be a monster motive. Why is it doing whatever it's doing in the world or adventure that you're running? That's really the gist behind this. Because the more monster motivations you can get, and I can say right now, we have more monster motivations than Tasha's. I've just looked at Tasha's, and we've got more than this book already. Okay? And I have been referring to it, but you guys have done a lot better. Oh, 63 is a duplicate of 19. 63 is a duplicate of 19. Let's have a look. 63. The creature is trying to clear an invasive vegetation. So that's 63. Is that right? 63 is a repeat of 19. What is 19? Injured. The monster is in great pain from a wound. Okay, I've moved everything around, right? So it's kind of messed up where everything was positioned. I hate the lag. I understand that. I hate the lag too. I got only a small amount of lag at my end, but then I'm streaming in 4K, so that must put a huge load on your phone. It's supposed to be able to be, apparently YouTube is able to take 4K live stream and grade it down so you can actually watch it. But I don't know, maybe that's just not working. Okay, let's keep going because we're not finished. No, we've got that already. Find a lost item. We've already got that. I think we had something called, was it lost? Lost, lonely. I know we had something that was like that already that we'd put in. Is it lost, missing? Where did I stick it? Memento. Remembrance. I'm sure we had something that was like it. Here, the monster wants to recover a stolen trinket or item. We just don't have a tag name for that. A tag name for 58. The monster wants to recover a stolen trinket or item. So, did I cure it? Do you have the creatures is aware that that it is the last of its kind, so it is very combative? No. So I guess I hadn't really considered that as a motive, Joel, and I think the only reason I thought about that is because there are a lot of monsters that there is one of a kind. There's only one chimera. In Greek mythology, there's only one chimera. There's actually only one hydra. If you're playing Dungeons and Dragons and fantasy games, they say, well, there's species of these things. But I actually like the idea that your own campaigns, there's only one of these monsters. There's only one hydra. There's only one chimera. There's only one minotaur. Although we have minotaur species now, if you're playing role-playing games. There's only one. What else is there that I can think of? There's only one Cerberus, the three-headed dog from Greek mythology. There's only one of these things. So I hadn't really considered putting it down. Cursed. We had cursed, I'm pretty sure, buried axe. I'm pretty sure I included cursed. Cursed. The monster is trying to place a curse on another creature, but we also have remove curse, which is trying to get rid of a curse that's been placed on it. So we did both, remove curse as well. The Horta in Star Trek, last alive guardian of the eggs. But that could be the logic. Yeah. Okay, so let's. I don't know how to formally put this together. So let's do the monster is aware that it's the last of its species. I don't know what else to do with that. No. Don't do that to me. No. Okay. Leave that alone for now. Alright, so I've got that down. I don't know what to do with it. We'll fiddle with it later. Let's just keep smashing a few more ideas out before my brain freezes up, which it is. Right now, if you're wondering I'm struggling, I am. I keep going back to obsessed, fixated on a particular item. Where are we? Why do I keep coming up with lost? I feel like we've done this. Mutinally obsessed. No. Reproduce. Okay. Okay, so this stolen, but maybe this is what we do. The creature is. I'm sure I have I not already written this? I feel like I've already written this. Searching for a missing or lost object or item. Come on. I could swear I've already done this. I think I've already put this in. I mean, the question is, how smart do you need to be looking for something that you've lost? Okay. I've written something down there at least. All right. My precious, the lost trinket. You guys keep going on about lost stuff and precious, so I had to put something down, didn't I? Obsessed with a human-like King Kong or something. I did have obsessed Dungeons and Chronics. I literally have a tag name that is obsessed. Obsessed. The creature is fixated on a particular object or concept. I don't know, a particular object or concept or item, maybe item. But I've also got obsessed. Creature or item. I guess that could be that. I do have lust, which is infatuated. That's very specific. I guess that's not quite the same. I've broadened it out a little bit more than I had before. Okay, cool. Druggy needs a fix of a particular metal. Jeez, okay. Yeah, okay. A monster that needs drugs. Yeah. That's exactly. This is part of my problem. Is we're kind of treading over the same thing. 37. What did I put down for 37? What is it that I already have in 37? Remove the curse. Yes, I have the curse one. It's done. Acquiring knowledge, motivation. Acquiring knowledge, I feel like, is not a monster thing. Do you know what I mean? It's not very monstrous. I feel like acquiring knowledge is more it's humanoid NPCs, and I want to still make a table that's for villains rather than just for monsters. So I'm trying to think very, very sort of, I guess, less high complex in there. I'm just going to put down here, because I'll just switch it over to the other one anyway. Acquiring knowledge. So I don't really want to have that as part of the monster motivations table. I want that to be the villain's motivation table, which we'll build later. Yeah, it may not get to 100. It may wind up being 50. That's exactly what I was thinking, Fred. I was thinking maybe it just can't be done that easily. We can probably, there's a few things that need to be tagged here, but it's really pushing it now. Let's keep going. Let's keep thinking about this. Stolen, done that. No. No. Challenge, I've done the challenge, so I've done the test and the trial. Don't like any of that. It's very humanoid stuff, and I don't really want to put monsters in the humanoid area too much if I can help it, because it would just be so broad. What else? Fiends. They want your soul. We've done Soul Seeker. Okay. Well, this would be a fiend or a demon. I suppose it'd be a devil more. I don't know if this is going to work. The monster wants a I don't know, what do you call it? Wants a unholy. I don't know. This feels like it's main villain stuff. Unholy object. Or item. Let's do that. Once an unholy or desecrated object. I can't really think of anything else. We'll put that there. I don't know what else to do with that. Let's just put it down. Joel, do you have the creature is trying to make a list of monster motivations and is getting tired? No, but I am. What? Hang on. We don't have that. Your joke, Joel, RF, has just given me an idea. It just gave me another idea. I'm going to put it in here. Tired. The monster hasn't had enough sleep and is grumpy. So your joke actually provided me with another motivation. I hadn't thought about it, but it's very primitive, it's very primal, and it works, I think, pretty well. How's that? Ha ha! Oh, that was so funny. Dear Charles, on the topic of animals needing drugs, there's a history of elephants working through British fortifications to get the alcohol. They had it once and then they keep going back each year. Really? Druggy. We're writing druggy. Druggy. The monster has tasted elk. Oh God. Alcohol. I hate that word. Alcohol. What else? Alcohol's something else. Jeez. Alcohol. Or drugs. Has tasted alcohol or drugs in the past and wants more. Oh, jeez. How did that happen? I know how that happened because Charles said that elephants, there's been a story that elephants have gone looking for alcohol. I'm thinking about the number of dogs that wound up becoming alcoholics because their owners feed them alcohol. Their beer, the light beer. Okay, what do we got here? I can picture it pissing off because it is insects and wants to become a wizard, but it's too stupid to grasp the basic tenets of flies into it. All right. In charge of protecting a location. So you're saying guardian. That's actually not a bad idea. Guardian. Because you could have a monster. The monster is guarding or protecting a location. Do we have something like that already? I don't know. I feel like we would have already written that down, but maybe we haven't. No, we haven't. Dungeons and Chronics. I'm impressed. Very. No, we cocaine beer. Oh, good lord! Of course, we're going to go down the cocaine beer just because the movie was put out just recently. I think addicted is a good motivation to. Okay, addiction. Yes. So Skellingtron. Is it Skellingtron? I think your word is a better word than druggy. Addiction. Let's put addiction. Druggy. Addiction. All right. Okay. Horses have problems. Yes. I was thinking about the police drugs in the right. Okay. So I think that we have to stop. We will come back. So it's pretty obvious we've actually got a few things here I need to put into the main document, into the list. And how much are we off? We're off about 30, trying to get to 100, which seriously I think is just insanity. If we just don't give up, maybe we'll get it, or maybe we just wind up wasting hours and hours in a live stream. Who knows? I have no idea, but I know that we did a lot. That's a lot of stuff as a monster motivation, and trying to stay away from sort of more high-end intellectual monstery or villainy stuff or humanoid stuff is really hard. But you guys did great. So let's just do one more plug on this giveaway for the dice, and then I have to go to work. I think we had captive already. I'm pretty sure we had captive. Honestly, I'm almost confused. Captive. Escape. No, we wrote it down as escape. The monster wants to break free from confinement or control. So we've got escape. That's its motivation. I didn't write it down as captive. So we've got something like that. So you're all good there. If you're worried, it's covered. Let's have a look at our poll. It's in that poll. It's been a bit of a merry-go-round trying to get this done, but we did pretty well. We've expanded by twice as many. We've probably almost got twice as many motivations for our monsters than we had before, which I just find dumbfounding, honestly. I did not think we would get that many. I thought it was going to be much harder. Anyway, I want to say a big, huge thank you to all of my patrons who support me on Patreon so I can keep doing this every week. I do appreciate it. It really is. Okay? And and we'll be back next week. And next week I'll be talking about the Hydra, same day, same time. And we will continue doing our monster motivations and see if we can push it up to 100 different things. I don't know how likely that is, but we'll see. You never know. You never know. So thank you to everybody who's been commenting in the chat, and I really do appreciate that you do, taking part in the poll or just watching the replay of this live stream. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. And I didn't realize so many people would show up. I honestly thought it was going to just die away. So wherever you are in the world, whether it be the morning, the afternoon, the night, the wee early morning, or the underdark, or the moon, or Mars, or Celestia, or wherever the heck you are, and I don't know where you are, limbo, who knows. Please look after yourself, your family, and your friends. And you know what I'm going to say, be nice to your neighbours, as long as they're not monsters who are dicks. If they're monsters who are dicks, I don't care what you do, okay? And hey, till next time, keep rolling those 20s. We're back next week. Don't worry if you feel like you missed out, because you didn't. I'm back again.